Hello again and welcome to another phonics lesson in our classroom away from Torrance Primary School. Now today for this phonics lesson we're going to do things a little bit differently. Normally I would read the phoneme story first and ask you to carefully listen to the sound that we might be learning today, but because this is quite a tricky sound, I think I'm going to teach you the rule of when we would use this sound and which spelling we would use, and then we'll have a listen and guess which type of sound we use in different contexts. Now this might be a little bit confusing, but it might make a little bit more sense once we get started. So we're learning, I'll show you the sounds that we're learning and I want you to have a little guess at how we would say these sounds. So it's the same sound but two different spellings. Well done if you're saying ow and ow, ow and ow. Now we know that there's an we'll trace this one and do the formation of this one first. So let's do it in the air together. We have our aw and makes ow, ow, aw, makes ow. Well done. And now we have our w. So let's do that one together in the air. We have our w. O. O. Well done. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. If we have lots of different ow words, how are we supposed to know when we use or when we use w? Now this is where we use our kind of general rule of thumb here, is if we have our is normally at the start of a word. For example, in the word out, we can see out, out, out. Or we might use ow in the middle of a word. For example, loud, loud, l-o-d. Now, when we start to think about when we might use w, it's normally at the end of a word. So for example, cow, k-o, k-o, k-o. But it's also sometimes in the middle of a word. Now in general, when it is in the middle of a word, it's before the letters n or o. N or o. So I've written two examples here. We have the word down. Because the ow sound is followed by the letter n, we know it's an o w. So we have d, o, n, down. Or in the word howl, the last letter is l. It's come after the ow sound, which is an o w. So we have h, owl, h, ow, l, h, ow, l. So this can be a little bit tricky to get the hang of, but once you get there and the more practice you get, the easier it will be to remember that the o is normally at the end or in the middle if it's before an n or an o. And ow is normally at the start or the middle if it's not followed by an or an o. Well done. So now I'm going to read some, it's not going to be a phoneme story, it's just going to be some different sentences with the phoneme in them. And I want you to have a guess about which ow sound it is, if it's o w or o a. So here we go. Don't frown, wear this crown. Don't frown, wear this crown. So remember the rule is if it's at the start or middle, and o w is at the end or the middle followed by a n or an o. So don't frown, wear this crown. Do you think it's a or awe? We have frown, so we know the awe sound is in the middle. Frown. So does it end with a n or an l? Yes, it ends with a n. So that we know the awe sound is the one we're looking for. Don't frown, wear this crown. Can you have a guess at that one? Crown. Crown. So let's write it down. Crown. It does end with a n. So which ow are we going to use this time? Oh, with crown. Well done. So now I'm going to read another one, and I want you to have a think carefully about if it's ow or ow. Okay? Don't row and shout. Sit down and talk. Don't row and shout. Sit down and talk. So the first ow word in that sentence was row. 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 Is the ow sound at the start of row? Nope. Is it in the middle? Well done if you said it's at the end. So we're going to spell row like ow. Well done. The next word in that sentence, the next ow word was shout. Shout. Now we know in shout that the first sound is sh. Shout. So it's not at the start, but it is in the middle. Out. And because it doesn't end with a n or an l, it ends with a t. We know that we're using the rule. Shout. Out. Good. And the next one in that sentence was down. Down. We know it doesn't start with the ow sound because it starts with a d for down. Does it finish with a n or an l? Down. N. Yes, it does. So which ow are we going to fill in the blank with? Well done, this one here. Down. Excellent. So let's do one more sentence. We'll do one more. I've got a few here. What about this one? How now brown cow. How now brown cow. How. What sound is starting? How. Well done, we have h. Ow. It's at the end. So which ow sound is it? How. Good. How. No. 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 The n is starting, but the o is ending, so it's the o again. No. Because the o sound is at the end of the word. Brown. Brown. We know that we can hear the brr Br, own. What sound can you hear at the end? Is it an N or an O? Brown. Yes, we can hear a N. So it's going to be our O, W sound again. Brown. Br, O, N. And cow, we know that the start sound is K and our ow sound ends it. So we have K, ow. So that sentence had all words in it. So now I want you to have a go at thinking of some ow words all by yourself. And remember, when you're thinking of how to spell it, we use the rule of is at the start or the middle, and is at the end or the middle if the word ends with an N or an O. So I want you to have a little think about some of your own words. There's also some Geraldine Giraffe videos, so you just have to type into YouTube Geraldine Giraffe and then Geraldine Giraffe I want you to have a search. You can go on a little hunt for some ow words and you can try and guess which ow sound it is. So if you live in your house, or if you're on your daily walk and you see a house, which ow sound do you think it might be? Ow. Does it end with an N or an O? Nope. So it's going to be So there will be lots of different things that you find on your walk or around your house. That have the ow sound in it, so you can do that. And then there are some activities on the assignments page on Teams for you to have a go at. I hope this helped. I know this is quite a tricky one, especially because they do sound exactly the same, but it is something that you'll get used to the more you start using these rules. And eventually, when you start looking at words, it would look weird if you'd spelt it wrong. So eventually, once you've written house, the more times you've written it, that just looks wrong. So you'd know to use this one. But that just comes with practice, so don't worry about it too much. Try those activities for now, and there will be more practice activities online for you soon. I hope this helped. Bye!